All right. Hello, everybody. We have got an awesome match here today. In the top left, this is Bly. And his opponent in the bottom right in the blue, it's Cure. Cure, one of the absolute best Terrans in Korea, who has really just been getting on an entirely different level recently, and a big favorite in this match. But rumor has it that this game descends into a bit of back and forth fun and silliness. Q known for being so good in his comfort zone, regularly destroying Raynor whenever he comes out with a new style that he's really confident in. Raynor just can't keep up with it. Bly, though, a master of the weird, can open up with 16 hatch. And I think this is the matchup, honestly, Bly has struggled with the most over the last while. It's harder to surprise your opponent and just kind of make the game super weird. It's also incredibly hard to avoid the mechanical push and pull nature of the matchup. You got to be fast, you got to be quick, and that's simply not Bly's forte. Bly is a strategic mastermind. He likes the game to be more chess-like, move and counter move and reactions. He doesn't like to just try and play the best, most optimal builds and focus on executing slightly faster than his opponent everything, microing a little bit better. Bly wants to outsmart his opponent, and that's what he tries to do. So I'm very curious to see what he's been doing recently in Zerg vs. Terran. I used to get to cast a lot of Bly, but he was doing a lot of proxy hatch Ravager. He's very good at messing people up with weird Ravager pushes and then going into just like heavy Roach Ravager, but then swapping into Mutiling Bane off Roach Ravager. He's very good at, even when his pushes couldn't do damage, just picking off the wall and just getting in their face. And I think that's a specialty of Bly, is exerting pressure even when he's got a much worse army, threatening as if he's about to go all in when he's actually not, and kind of freaking him out. Now, Q doing a very standard opening, sees that hatchery is, of course, done. So the Reaper can come straight across the map. Low ground command center, very standard. Straight into a nice quick factory there. Of course, once that started as quickly as possible so we can get the Hellions going, as well as start a starport. Second gas goes down. And I think that's Bly's reputation preceding him. Q wanting to go for the very quick Banshee, most likely, to keep him safe against any of these Bly shenanigans. Doesn't quite focus fire that red point Ling. Good defense so far by Bly. Uh-oh. Oh! No focus fire from Q. Of course, I mean, they are playing probably on the NA server. So both of them are going to be playing with a little bit of latency. Oh, no. Bly barely saves that sport. Doesn't lose any units, so quite good for Bly so far. Who goes straight into third and fourth queen. He's still mining gas here. Now, not a build I'm a particularly big fan of, the 4 queen 2-base opening. But if he can get a third started by 320, I'm like, that's acceptable. But he's not moving a drone out there right now. Please don't do the meter build. I think he's going to do the 2.5 base meter. It can be good. That's about the best thing I could say about it. Raynor was doing this the other day in a game I was casting, and I was like, dude, that's just not that great, is it? But we'll see exactly what he... Oh! Why is he out here with these Zerglings? Oh, no. Getting punished hardcore. He's going to try and, of course, use the sight blocker of the grass there to deal with the Reaper. Bit of in and out, bit of the back and forth. The Reaper, of course, the master of the in and out, does win that trade. Lair starts up behind this. And does saturate 2 mineral lines very quickly. So the advantage of this build is because you're not squeezing that third base in, you saturate both mineral lines very fast. And if you're planning to take a lot of gas anyway, you can just go straight into it. So he goes Roach Warren now. And then he's going to go the Evo, double Evo chamber in a moment, I believe. Unless he just wants the Nidus. Actually, you know what? Some people have been doing this build. The opponent thinks it's a Roach build, they get surprised by Mutas. Or the opposite, think it's a Muta build, get surprised by Nidus Roach. But it's got to be one of those. And this is just good scouting by Q. Seeing no third, you just build a lot of units and you're safe against both. Oh, nice surround by Bly. I don't know how this can work, man. Oh, he's got Overlords in position. Actually, but the Marine knows that Overlord's there. He doesn't know about this one. We're 100% seeing a Nidus Worm, right? Yeah. Okay, Nidus Worm goes down. So the answer to be really safe against this style of play is to just go, just build tanks, bunker, probably get a bunker in the main as well, potentially. He's already got Marines denying. So as long as he doesn't panic and he leaves those Marines there, he should be able to shut down the Nidus from getting down inside. And third CC, if you're a lower level player, is a little bit greedy. You can just go 3 racks against this because they don't even have a third hatchery until so late. You can go 3 barracks before command center. Makes you even safer because you get a lot of Marines out. But, oh, he's swapping the factory. I mean, obviously, you got to be a little worried because he doesn't know if it's Mutas or Nidus, right? He has no idea. Banshee flies in. Oh, no Overseer or anything. Oh my god, this is doing so much damage. Bly's like, shoot me! Shoot me! The Queen's waving her hands. She's like, please shoot me, dude. The other Banshee flies right past the Nidus Worm at the front. He's got to watch out. Ravagers could snipe that siege tank as well as snipe the wall and potentially... Where is that Overseer? It's coming up now, but he doesn't even have Creep Fleet connecting his bases. Cure is all over Bly right now. Bly has lost 6 workers. He's down 10. He desperately needs to do massive damage. Cure's not building his command center, though. A bit of a mistake from Cure. He does not have an SCV building that command center. His Banshees do pull back for now. They'll go back in, see if they can find some more kills. 2 Queens stand ready, though. Oh, they're on hold position. Those 2 Banshees are doing pretty good. They are going to go down now. But look at this. Ravagers starting to die to these siege tanks. Killing the command center would actually be huge, though. Cure, you got to cancel that command center, buddy. Cancel it. Cure. Oh my god, Cure, what are you doing? Cure. Okay, he cancels it at the last second. He needs to get that 3rd command center rebuilding. And, oh, Nidus in the main. It's only got 150 hit points. It should go down. It should go down. Can anything pop out of it? No, nothing was even loaded inside. The Ravagers! Triple Bile is going to land on top of that siege tank. He does lose one of the Ravagers. The other ones are very low. I mean, Bly here making the best of a terrible situation. He's still down 5 workers. He could technically start to drone, but I don't think there's any way he breaks this because he's back to tank production. Is Cure. Cure's almost got Stim ready. As long as he doesn't siege up the tank, I think he's fine. He lets the SCVs eat that Bile to the face, trying to keep the bunker alive, but it goes down nonetheless. There is a tank ready. The Marine count grows, and with Stim almost finished, I don't think he's killable. Nidus Worm in the back door, siege tank and SCV drilling the crap out of that. He is still on non-stop mass roach speed. 11 workers start up. Bly realizes he cannot kill Cure. This is really bad for Bly. That being said, he killed the 3rd command center. That's the one thing that gives hope for a transition. But no Evo chambers, no Spire, no infestation pit. Like, what are you going to do to transition from this? Knowing Bly, he might just go into Banelings, but who knows? Maybe he just goes back to Mass Roach Ravager. He's already... Oh, I love this. Spreading creep offensively out front the base. So that's going to bait a lot of scans out. Cure comes forward with Medivacs just to... Oh, it's a fake drop. It's a kind of like scouting fake drop maneuver. He sees some Roach Ravager out there and he does send it across the map. The Roaches and the Ravagers running in. He's like, ah, yes, you're sending Medivacs across with your Marines. Let's run in and kill yourself. He does get a tank, but he loses a lot of Roaches for this. Dude, I don't know if this is working out. Units lost looks acceptable, but for how long? Another Nidus Worm, this dive up in the main base. Remember, these only cost 75 minerals, 75 gas. They're not great. They do cost money, but... Is it the end of the world? Each time he loses one? No, it does panic Cure. It keeps him a bit busy. Cure finally scans, sees the 3rd base. And now we see the transition. Burrow, tunneling claws, 1-1. Bly, I mean, he's got a soft contain up. He's got creep spreading backwards from this location. If he can spread that creep enough, it might work out. If he can connect the tips of the 2 creep, if he can get a creep corridor going through the middle of the map, then maybe, just maybe, the Roach Ravagers do it okay. 1-1's not done for either player. It's just unupgraded Marines. It's that tank in the back, though, that makes this rather good for Cure. That Bile unable to land. Well, I think that's okay for Bly, though. Keeping the numbers low, honestly, probably favors Bly more than it favors Cure. Cure's going to start to clear off the creep. That's what I'm talking about. If he got just a few more tumors back, 1 scan wouldn't have cleared that side. So he's going to try to hang on here. He's got another Nidus Worm coming out. And he's going to reinforce this position. This is really cute. I'd love to see him bring a few queens out and drop more creep tumors. Missile turrets are up, but they're not ready. The missile turrets aren't ready yet. He's building one at the front. The roaches are already going. He's not sending them in, though. Bly's too busy fighting. Bly, get up the ramp. No, he realizes he's going to get spotted, so he just unburrows on top of the siege tank. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. He's actually got burrowed roaches in there as well. He's getting scanned and going down at the same time. The Marines are fighting the roaches out front. This game is a complete and utter chaos at this point. The Marines are going down. That tank on the high ground looking good. He does clean up all the roaches in his main base. That Nidus Worm goes down. I mean, Bly is throwing the kitchen sink at Cure, and Cure is slapping down everything. Cutlery, forks, knives, spoons. He pulls out a pot, tries to hit Cure in the head. Cure ducks it. He slides to the side. He's just trying to stop the madness, calm things down, so he can finish loading his shotgun and shoot Bly in the face. because that's what's going to happen if this game goes long enough. Kua is way better than Bly in the late game. He sees the roaches, he scans them, he catches them. Bly's still going to try and spread, make a concave and fight. His 1-1 upgrades aren't done till now, but if he can get rid of the tanks, that could help. He gets rid of one. Can he get rid of the other siege tanks? He's got more roaches reinforcing into the battle. Ooh, he's actually resetting the tank count. Is Bly. Kua coming out too far. He was half cocked. He didn't quite manage to level his shotgun at the guts of Bly, and instead it just scrapes his side. Yes, Bly is bleeding, but Bly has seen many worse wounds in his days as a cheesy Zerg player. Pops out more roaches, ready to burrow those and start harassing. He's got a 4th base on the way. 2-2 has started in the main base as well. And Kua still, if he stabilizes, he'll be okay. The upgrades are in line. It's 1-1. Oh, he's scared. He sees the roaches again. Bly's got to stop these burrow maneuvers. They're not working out. But has Kua come too far out? He's got to be careful of those corrosive biles. His 3rd base is still not landed. There's still Nidus here. If he pops out another queen, I'd love to see creep spreading. Like I said, his creep on his side is spreading just a tiny bit through the middle, but not too much. He's on 4 bases now. He's adding an infestation pit to go to that next step. I think Broodlords would be the natural transition in this sort of low economy weird game. 58 drones versus 56 SCVs though, and as mules drop on this 3rd, Kua will get in a good position. He's building bunkers to reinforce. He's got 1 factory. If he could get a 2nd one up, that would really cement his position in this game. Drones coming out in large numbers. Viking on the south going to set up a patrol path. Roach Ravager run by coming in. Great tank spread from Kua. Ooh, no turret there. No turret there. Oh, nice biles. Does zone those marines out, and these roaches are just waiting. Oh, he scans it. He senses it. He's like, wait a second. Wait a second. Scans it. A couple SCVs do go down, but... oh, man. Bly, he's got some more money. 4 infestors. 5 infestors. Okay. Okay. Bly. This is my favorite transition off this, is if you catch them moving out on the map, and they're trying to be as balled up as possible in big, tight clumps to concentrate the firepower against the Roach Ravager, and then fungal. The first fungal engagement is the most surprising, where if you catch enough of that bio, it's just all clumped up, couple big fungals chained, you can just annihilate their Marine Marauder on the map. The problem is, if their tanks are pre-sieged, even if you get good fungals, the Terran firepower is so going to outmatch yours, you might not have enough Roach Ravager to get rid of the siege tanks as well. But if you can land some good surprising fungals, it can work out. Hive's on the way. 5th base in the top is easily going to go down, as will this one. But that's not the end of the world for Bly. I mean, he's taking these, hoping he can get them. His creep spread still sucks. His anti-air is lacking. 3 queens only. Loses a hatchery on that side. He's going to send his whole army up here. He's very low on Roach Ravager right now. Oh, no. Oh, he doesn't have fungal yet. He does not have fungal yet. Oh, no. And look at that. Oh, Kua in the driver's seat is about to out-multitask Bly. Look at that. Drop in the left. The drop in the main is actually going to be dealt with pretty well, I believe. Oh, a nice fungal does land there, actually, and he gets a corrosive bile in the middle. Another big fungal! He's actually going to punish him a little bit for hanging out so long. 1 medevac does save its marines. Those 2 medevacs still alive, but good hold. Man, if he'd stim those marines in the front at the same time, I think Bly would have lost a lot of workers. But now Bly kind of stabilizes. Still doesn't have any spores on the edges. He starts melee and an ultra cavern. He's like, all right, we're going to go Ultraling Bane after this. Let's see if we can make it there. He doesn't have a great drone count, but he can't afford it. He needs more army than anything because he's got to stop these pushes. And look at this angle from Kua, dude. Oh, the roach. He's going to have to give up the space. Now, Bly, remember, Bly doesn't care about having a bad economy. Bly in a bad economy, I mean, it's like cheese and Vegemite, dude. It's like white on rice. It's a combo made in heaven. It's like Nutella, peanut butter, and vanilla ice cream on a sandwich. It's just a beautiful combination. It's something he does not give a shit about losing his 4th. He's like, that's fine, because he is all about the tactical plays and doing damage to his opponent. He will always take a kick to the crotch in order to bite his opponent's ear off. That's just how Bly fights. Gets in there, bunch of SCVs, bio, forces the cancel on the planetary in the lift. Ooh, I think there's plenty of tanks there though, so it looks like Kua should hang on. The Roach is just hugging the Marines, trying to bring the tank-friendly fire onto the other bio units. He's going to take out 2 tanks. Hey, very cute maneuvers from Bly. He's then going to burrow into that mineral line. There is a turret there, so you'll eventually deal with it. There's still a big scary army on the front, but it's balled up. It's balled up. Watch for the fungals. Oh, great tank position. Oh, if only Bly had jumped on that when the bio was there. Kua throws a question mark out. Oh, okay. They had a lag pause there for a moment. Never mind. I was like, dude, he's telling Bly to get out of the game. But no. It was just a pause there because of a lag issue. The Zerglings come in and deny that fourth one more time. I mean, Bly says, yeah, my economy sucks, but I'm not going to let you get a fourth for free. Main and natural, completely mined out for Kua. Kua has 2 mineral patches mining. Kua's on 1 base mining right now. Yes, he's got mules, but look at that. He's sending even single roaches in. He was queuing in and out just to keep trying to block the planetary from being able to land. What a D-bag. Bly, he's such a legendary douchebag. I swear, his dickery is known for miles around his place of residence. They're like, oh, that guy, don't go near him. He'll cheese the shit out of you. That guy, he's like, he plays StarCraft like a telemarketer, you know? He's like, have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the Burrowed Roach? He just fucking pops it up and they're like, oh, Jesus Christ, you friggin' psychopath. Look at this little perverts. Oh my God, they're walking on. He's just tracking the army. He's just clicked these burrow roaches on these units. Kua doesn't even realize he's being followed everywhere he goes. And now the Ultra Swap is here. 1-2 Ultras. They've got kindness plating. He's adding +2 melee and +3 carry. He's rebuilding his economy behind this. If he can deny this fourth one more time, that'd be great. A fungal. Oh, catches the Marauders. Very nice. These 2 tanks on the high ground, or 3 in fact, cause him a lot of trouble. Fungal on the SCVs though. Oh, dude, those kill, fungal. Oh, 15 SCVs go down, and Bly here. This is such a fun match. Holy shit. Kua is not dead. Kua just needs to get his Marauder count up. He's got 5 barracks, 3 of which have tech labs. So even on 5 barracks production, he can do sick Marauders. He's just got to be real careful. I love the tanks on the high ground. I love the missile turrets. They're being really careful right now. He's going to land that command center over there and morph it into an orbital, I believe, which is really funny. He's just like, okay, we're in this weird situation. But what's so cool is Bly has that flexibility where he's just going, you know what? I'm back on 72 workers. I'm on 5 bases going on 6 bases right now. I'm happy to be in this scenario. I think the only thing is missing right now is Corruptors and then potentially Broodlords for anti-air, and then, you know, just the ground power and break the tank line finish. So going for the Spire is great, as is the Adrenal. Double drops going out both sides. Kua says, dude, I should not be losing to this guy. It's goddamn Bly, man. I'm so much faster than him. I'm so much more built. But Bly, the master of leverage, he understands how to turn a bad situation into a good one. He understands how to swim in deep, murky waters, how to navigate through those strange positions other players don't. And I'll tell you what, if anyone smiles in an odd situation and simply embraces the challenge of figuring out their way through it, it's Bly. Kua, on the other hand, the big favorite in this matchup is the one under pressure. And finally starts to find some openings, but left side doesn't find anything over there. Ooh, does pick up before the fungal lands. He gets that base though. Lings run into this expansion. Wait, where was that? The Ultras just killed that base and the hold position Lings did damage. He burrows some of them. Too much shit happening at once. Oh no, finds a mineral line. Okay, lots of drones going down. Oh no, Bly taking a lot of economic damage. I mean, he did a lot as well, doing a lot on both sides. Fungal completely whiffs there. Kua pulling out on that side. He finds another mineral line. Oh no, Bly taking way too much damage. And just Kua's ability to multitask here. 10 Corruptors are on the way. Another whiff to Fungal. He's throwing them ahead of time and hoping Kua won't be looking. And of course, there's Infestors by the time they get there and throw the spell. It's been ordered 10 seconds earlier. These are not good Fungals. They are panic Fungals. The Corruptors are finally out, but he's taking so much more damage than he should have. Just when I thought Bly had established himself in a solid macro lead, he does get worn down a little bit. That being said, Kua's not rebuilding his SCVs, which is a disaster. Kua needs to rebuild his SCVs and then eventually float his natural out, maybe to get a 4th base. He's trying to build Ghost, but he's on such a low economy. I mean, it feels to me like Kua's saying, I'm going to make a sick maxed out army and I'm going to just fight way better than you. I will out-trade you. And that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, he's going to try and float his main down here to this 5th base, but that will spread him apart. That's why I would have preferred this high ground expansion. Then he could keep his army in a central area and defend both. But Broodlord Spire is on the way. +3 melee, +3 range on the way, +3 carapace has already been done. The Greatest Spire pops out and the Broodlords are going to morph. And I think Broodlords are going to be so hard to deal with. 7 Broodlords on the way. He's still got Ultra Ravager. He's got lots of fungal energy, which will be great versus the Bio and the Ghost. And he changes his mind and goes for that base. A good idea. I think it's partially because it was blocked. He's going to get there, and that one will be blocked as well, though. Even though with a missile turret building. Oh, wait. Oh, he's going to try and bring some fire there. Does get a friendly fire shot. Damages the tank. Not bad for a Roach. And 10 Broodlords, guys. He's building more Zerglings behind this. It's a giant, scary army for both sides. Vikings and Thors are building, though. Actually, that's the answer to the Broodlord. So, did QS see the Greatest Spire? I think he just senses it. I think he saw the Corruptors earlier at this point. Now he just senses it. 2 Zerglings come in and start doing some nice damage. He scans and sees those Broodlords, so he knows about this. He's going to have to lift off those Vikings and try to use those to buffer. Now, there's no Corruptors. So there's nothing but Queens and Infestors for anti-air, as well as Ravagers, which, I mean, you need to sit still for those to actually work. He's going to try and stim forward, using the bio to cover so he can land some snipes. But, ooh, how many Broodlords did he get? I think he got 2 Broodlords there. It's not cheap, though. Get some other snipe. Transfuse Bly. Gonna transfuse those Reddit Point Broodlords. Oh, whiffed Fungals. Oh, no. Bly with a massive Ling-Round Bly on the south side, though. He gets in that mineral line, starts tearing it up. He's dragging this game into murky waters indeed, as they get to just one big maxed out battle. For now, Cure wants to pick away at him. He's got 2 Thors out. He's got 2 more in the way. If he can get their high-impact payload guns out, and do big anti-air damage with their 11 range, that'd be big. Ultra's coming forward. Watch for the Fungals. A big Fungal on that left side and on the middle as well. EMP lands. No more Fungals left. There's only 1 more Infestor with energy there. So great EMPs from Cure. Is it enough, though? These Thors, one of them is firing. The other one has to pull out its guns mid-combat. The Vikings aren't able to turn this fight. The base, the SCVs are eradicated. The Broodlord Queen Ravager Ultra push is solid. Those Ultras will fall to the tanks that were in the back line. Thor does get ferried to the rear. And I don't know, at this point, 23 SCVs have gone down in the rear with the gear. There is no anti-air to deal with those Vikings, as I talked about. This is a big weakness of Bly's army. That's why he has to push in so hard, because he's just got no way to survive these Vikings. But look at the way he's focus firing the tanks. He says, if I can get rid of the tanks, the Ling Ravager might be able to do it. Dude, I don't think he can break him, though. I think there's a few too many tanks. There's a few bio units there on the ground as well. And oh no, Bly unable to break through. Dude, he loses everything. The supply is still there, but it's what, 12 roaches? What's he going to do? Remax on roach? Oh, he's got ultras, actually. He's already built 5 ultras with his bank. So that will beat this army for sure. And remember that Q's got 3 tanks. He's got Ghost if he can land snipes, maybe. That's his only mining. A little bit there. Single roach is going to pop up and ruin his day. Oh, he even queued it to do it. Beautiful. Watch out for the Fungal. 1 Fungal starts the fight. The ultras are closing in. 2 ultras stuck behind the roaches, but there's just too much for the Zerg player anyway. Bly able to overwhelm. That roach did get cleaned up in the bottom side, and if Bly could take down Cure here, this would be a big feather in his hat. Ghosts looking for snipes. Just 1 snipe does land. He's still got a good economy up. The problem is that economy, man. Look at that economy for Bly. He just has denied bases, done big Ling-Run buys on the minerals for so long, and mining 1,800 minerals more a minute. I mean, that supply is not going to get any better. He stims forward and catches 1, 2, 3, 4 Infestors. Oh, no. The Fungal only hits 2 medevacs. A bit of a disaster there. Instantly rebuilds 5. Never made pathogen glands, so it's going to be a while till they're useful. A great pickup for Cure. Little moves like that are exactly what he needs in this one. Keeps on fighting. I think he's still at a bit of a loss. Like, how the hell did this game end up here? I shut down your Nidus Worm, you D-bag. And Bly's just there giggling to himself like, did you there? did you? Bly loves this sort of game, dude. Give him this sort of just shit show. He's really good at it. And I love the way you get to see the power of Roach Ravager, because he's not just headbutting with 1 attack. He's doing damage, and then he's tunneling claws and get them in there for harass. And he uses them with Fungal for big engagements. And he uses the Ravagers to bile down all sorts of different units. And then he very late makes this swap into kind of Lingbane Ultra, but he even rebuilds some Roach Ravager, which is so curious. That even in the late game, because I would never rebuild Roach Ravager. I just don't think of them as a useful unit at this stage of the game, but Bly is an expert. As long as he's always got some corrosive vials, he'll always find a use for them. Zerglings blocking every single expansion. This guy could pop up and do some harassment at any moment that he wishes. A mass ultra Lingbane army. Pack of roaches in the mix. A few corruptors as well. And 5 infestors, which all now have fungal energy. Goes for the turret. Picks that off. Gets a bit of lost mining time. 1 or 2 SCVs. Not the biggest deal. Turret does get rebuilt there. And he will actually see this Ling that was borrowed from the previous wave. Okay, Ultra Lingbane Roach Ravager Infestor. EMPs need to land big. All right, Banelings go straight for the mineral line. We've got some snipes, but oh no, a big Fungal on the Ghost. He landed an EMP, but only after getting hit by Fungal. The command center is going to burn down in the top of our screen. And look at that, just too much Swarm coming in for Bly. And he upsets Kua there. What an awesome match. And what a shit show after the Nidus was defended. Well done, Bly. I cannot wait to keep bugging Bly for more awesome games like this. I want all of Bly's silliest replays because we have been watching so much silly Terran and Protoss games, and it's, you know, so much Rough, so much Florencio, so much Grim Reaper and these other guys, Printf as well. It's time to get some wild Zerg action in there. Thank you very much, Bly, for sharing these replays. Look forward to casting some more.